a WikiVidi documentaries production. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy. Andrew Gillum. Andrew Demese Gillum is an American politician who has served as mayor of Tallahassee, Florida, since 2014. He was the Democratic nominee for governor of Florida in the 2018 election. He previously served on the Tallahassee City Commission from 2003 to 2014. First elected at the age of 23, he was the city's youngest commissioner. In 2018, Gillum became the Florida Democratic Party's nominee for governor of Florida when he won the Democratic primary election over a field of 5 other candidates, including former U.S. Representative Gwen Graham and former Miami Beach Mayor Levine. He competed against Republican U.S. Representative Ron DeSantis in the general election. Gillum has been classified as a progressive and is considered to be a politician in the mold of U.S. Senator Bernie Sanders, the highest-ranking elected official to support his primary candidacy. Early life and education. Gillum was born in Miami and raised in Gainesville. He is the fifth of 7 children born to Charles and Frances Gillum, respectively a construction worker and a school bus driver. Gillum graduated from Gainesville High School in 1998 and was recognized by the Gainesville Sun as one of the city's Persons of the Year. He then moved to Tallahassee to attend Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University to major in political science. Gillum served as president of the FAMU Student Government Association from 2001 to 2002 and was the first student member of the FAMU Board of Trustees. He was recognized by the Congressional Black Caucus Foundation as Emerging Leader for 2003. Gillum was also a board member of the Black Youth Vote Coalition, a program of the National Coalition of Black Civic Participation in Washington, D.C. Gillum was elected to the Tallahassee City Commission prior to the completion of his college studies. City of Tallahassee Commissioner. In 2003, aged 23, Gillum was elected to the Tallahassee City Commission for a 1-year term, becoming the youngest person to be elected to the commission. Gillum was a political science student at FAMU when he was elected. He was subsequently elected to a full 4-year term in 2004, garnering 72% of the vote, and was re-elected in 2008 and again in 2012. Gillum served a 1-year term as mayor pro tem from November 10, 2004 through November 9, 2005. The joint body of city and county commissioners, known as the Capital Region Transportation Planning Agency, elected him to serve as their chairperson for a year. Gillum has also served as lead commissioner for the Long Range Community-Based Target Issue Committee. In 2005, Gillum was one of the commissioners who voted to give themselves a new retirement benefit through deferred compensation. The policy was later repealed by the commission after public outrage. City of Tallahassee projects. During his 11 years as a city commissioner, Gillum championed a number of community enrichment projects. The Digital Harmony Project is an initiative championed by Gillum with support from the City of Tallahassee, local businesses and technology partnerships. Digital Harmony won the Significant Achievement Award in the Web and E-Government Services category from the Public Technology Institute. For the first 2 years, it provided every incoming NIMS middle school 6th and 7th grader with a new desktop computer, free internet access and online academic curriculum training on core subjects. The school holds ongoing training courses for parents and students on basic computer skills and school curriculum. This effort places 200 computers into the homes of NIMS middle school students. Gillum championed the opening of the first Tallahassee Teen Center, the Palmer Monroe Center, which serves as a safe haven for many area youth and operates a restorative justice program. Restorative justice programs have shown significant success, compared to non-restorative measures, in improving victim and/or offender satisfaction, increasing offender compliance with restitution, and decreasing the recidivism of offenders. Gillum stressed these results as some of the reasons for the great importance of the Palmer Monroe Center. Gillum supported the city's development project of Cascades Park, located in downtown Tallahassee. The park was built in 2013 and doubles as a stormwater management facility, protecting local neighborhoods from flooding. Election. In April 2013, Andrew Gillum announced his intention to run for mayor of Tallahassee. Gillum ran against three opponents, Larry Hendricks, Zach Richardson, and write-in candidate Evan Matthews. In the August 26, 2014 nonpartisan primary, Gillum defeated Richardson and Hendricks, capturing 76% of the vote with 19,658 votes. On August 27, 2014, write-in candidate Evan Matthews withdrew from the race, resulting in Gillum becoming mayor-elect. Tenure in office. Before taking office, Gillum met with various mayors to learn from their successes. He also launched the Tallahassee Mayoral Fellows Program in partnership with Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University and Florida State University, allowing high-achieving graduate students to gain experience working in city government. Gillum was sworn into office on November 21, 2014. In January 2015, Gillum strongly supported the city of Tallahassee joining in the Ban the Box campaign, arguing that the initiative does not stop the city from conducting background checks, but rather gives applicants a fair shot at employment and reduces recidivism. On January 28, the Tallahassee City Commission voted 3-2 to drop the box. On February 17, 2015, Gillum welcomed United States Secretary of Transportation Anthony Foxx to Tallahassee to kick off the Grow America Express tour. Gillum also contributed to the Fast Lane blog, in which he stressed the importance of long-term transportation investments for America's mid-sized cities. In an effort to overhaul how city advisory committees, a series of local advisory boards, operate in Tallahassee, Mayor Gillum released a survey in March 2015 to gain feedback into the city's numerous boards and motivate citizens to get involved with local government. Also in March 2015, Gillum participated in a conference call with other Florida mayors and United States Deputy Secretary of Commerce, Bruce Andrews, a call in which Gillum stated his support for Congress to pass trade promotion legislation that would bolster international trade, and stressed the importance for local governments of a level playing field. On March 27, 2015, Gillum held the Mayor's Summit on Children, a large conference in which business and community leaders came together to learn about the importance of investments in quality early childhood education. Speakers included Dr. Craig Ramey, Distinguished Research Scholar of Human Development at Virginia Tech, who spoke about the importance of EQ to language development and the vocabulary gap that can form between those who receive quality EQ and those who do not, and Rob Grunewald, economist at the Federal Reserve Bank of Minneapolis, who spoke about the importance of early learning to the long-term economic success of a community. On the heels of the Summit on Children, Gillum launched 4 community-led task forces as part of his Family First agenda. These task forces, which Gillum introduced at the summit, examine improved quality and affordable childcare, family-friendly workplaces and culture, greater community investments in children and families, and resources, and training for parents and families. Gillum stressed that investments in early childhood education have been proven to return $6 for every $1 invested. This is due to lowering community costs on those children as they grow older. In May 2015, Gillum launched a 1,000 Mentors initiative, which aimed to recruit 1,000 men and women from diverse backgrounds to increase youth mentoring opportunities in Tallahassee and help youth in need. Also in May 2015, Gillum, in partnership with several local and national organizations, orchestrated the Tallahassee Future Leaders Academy, a summer jobs program which employed over 100 youths throughout city government. Gillum summarized the importance of a program like the TFLA in a July op-ed, in which he highlighted how similar summer jobs programs from around the country have been shown to reduce arrests for violent crime, reduce youth mortality rates, and increase the likelihood of college attendance. In response to an increase in shootings, Gillum and the Tallahassee Police Department worked with community organizations to implement Operation Safe Neighborhoods in 2015. This initiative called for an increase in law enforcement visibility and capacity, strengthening strategic partnerships and community programs/opportunities, and enhancing community engagement and response through the implementation of a community watch program called Neighbors on the Block. In October 2015, more than 400 strangers gathered around a 350-foot-long table in downtown Tallahassee to participate in the launch of the longest table an annual initiative aiming to use the dinner table as a medium for generating meaningful conversation among people of diverse ethnic, religious, and political backgrounds, organized by the Office of the Mayor and spearheaded by Community Engagement Director Jamie Van Pelt. The project won a $57,250 grant from the Night Cities Challenge via the Knight Foundation. Corruption and misuse investigations. In February 2017, Gillum apologized after the Tallahassee Democrat reported that his government office had been used to send emails through web-based software purchased by NGP Van, a company that provides technology to Democratic and progressive campaigns. An investigation into the emails started after Paul Henry, a retired state trooper from Monticello, wrote State Attorney Jack Campbell in March to allege Gillum committed grand theft and official misconduct by paying for the software with city funds when he believed they served no public purpose. A Leon County grand jury cleared Gillum of any wrongdoing. During his mayoral campaign in 2014, Gillum faced allegations of misconduct after hiring private equity investor Adam Corey as the treasurer. Corey is an investor in the Edison, a restaurant that received taxpayer money from the city to help with the Cascades Park development project. During a Federal Bureau of investigation into the matter, city officials stated that Gillum's vote did not constitute a conflict of interest and Gillum cut ties with Corey. According to text messages uncovered by the Tampa Bay Times, Gillum accepted tickets to the Broadway musical Hamilton from his brother, Marcus Gillum, who got them through an undercover FBI agent conducting a corruption investigation. The agent was posing as a real estate developer. Gillum responded to the Tampa Bay Times story. "These messages only confirm what we have said all along. We did go to see Hamilton. I did get my ticket to Hamilton from my brother. At the time, we believed that they were reserved by friends of Adams, Mike Miller. And when I got there after work, got my ticket, we went in there and saw it, assumed my brother paid for it, and so far as I know, that was the deal." 2018 gubernatorial election. Gillum announced his candidacy for governor in March 2017, and was the first to declare his intention to run as a Democrat. Gillum won the Democratic nomination for governor in an upset victory over the expected winner, former Congresswoman Gwen Graham, 34-31%. Gillum was the first black nominee for governor in Florida's history. Gillum conceded to Republican candidate Ron DeSantis on the evening of November 6, 2018. However, when the recount began, Gillum withdrew his concession, saying, "I am replacing my words of concession with an uncompromised and unapologetic call that we count every single vote." As of November 11, DeSantis leads Gillum by 4,075,869 to 4,042,176 votes, or 49.6 to 49.2%. The campaign was racially tinged, as DeSantis was accused of using the verb monkey as a racist dog whistle when DeSantis said, "The last thing we need to do is to monkey this up by trying to embrace a socialist agenda with huge tax increases and bankrupting the state. That is not going to work. That's not going to be good for Florida." During the campaign, President Donald Trump falsely accused Gillum of being a thief, which some said was another racial dog whistle. Political positions. Gillum has been widely described as a progressive and, by some conservative sources, as a democratic socialist. During the 2018 gubernatorial campaign, DeSantis said that Gillum had a far-left socialist platform. PolitiFact rated this assertion as false, noting that Gillum's platform is similar to those of other Democrats and within the mainstream of public opinion. Gillum supports the replacement of the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement with the U.S. Department of Justice. He seeks to expand Medicaid to cover 700,000 people who right now don't have access to health care. He supports the removal of Confederate monuments. Gillum wants to raise the Florida corporate tax rate to 7.75%, up from the current 5.5%, which he said would generate $1 billion in revenue which would be used on education funding. Gillum supports a $15 minimum wage. He is endorsed by Bernie Sanders and has received financial support from Tom Steyer and George Soros. Gillum has called for the impeachment of Donald Trump. Gillum accepts the scientific consensus on climate change and has warned that climate change causes sea level rise with adverse effects for Florida. He opposed the Trump administration's decision to withdraw from the Paris Agreement, and said that he would as Florida governor work with other states in a state-based climate alliance. Gillum opposes Florida's Stand Your Ground law. Gillum is in favor of a 2018 ballot proposition, Amendment 4, to restore the voting rights of most individuals who have completed felony convictions. Gillum said, "Floridians who have paid their debts deserve a second chance and they should have a voice in our state's future. Our current system for rights restoration is a relic of Jim Crow that we should end for good." Professional career. As former National Director of the Young Elected Officials Network with People for the American Way Foundation, Gillum spearheaded a program that seeks to unite elected officials aged 35 and under in a network which supports them with leadership and personal development training and public policy support. With Gillum at the helm, in May 2006, the program evolved into a national network that links young elected officials across the country and helps identify solutions to the challenges facing our communities and states. Gillum also served as field organizer and statewide director of the Arrive with 5 program, which encourages young people to become active participants in the electoral process by asking them not only to pledge to vote, but also to turn out other voters on or before Election Day. He organized the largest Arrive with 5 Get Out the Vote campaign in Florida's history. He also worked as deputy political director with the Florida Democratic Party. He currently serves as director of youth leadership programs with People for the American Way Foundation. According to hacked emails of John Podesta, Hillary Clinton's campaign chief, Gillum's name appeared on an early list of contenders for Hillary Clinton's running mate in the 2016 presidential election. Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Would you like to know more?